So, Chris Kressler. Kresser? Is that his name? Yet another paleo diet, carny clown, pushing a fatty diet. So Chris was on Joe Rogan's podcast, debating with the creator of the documentary, The Game Changers. Now, you would think that might be more interesting than the usual crap being discussed about this documentary. He's just talking about numbers. Well, actually, again, I must admit that I did not sit through 2-hour, 40-minute discussion about protein and vegan athletes. Right, I have yet to see an enjoyable vegan debate. They're all really irritating, even my own. Except I say my debate was the most entertaining one. So I watched some of the clip videos that are being put up on Joe Rogan's clip channel. And some people in the comments are saying about James Wilks. Someone said, the vegan looks like one of the meat eaters, and the meat eater guy looks more like a vegan. Yeah, I sort of noticed that too. Yeah, the vegan here is bald. Usually the meat eaters are bald. And years ago, people would have pointed out, what? Well, the vegan's bald. What's going on there? Well, no one's doing that now. Because we've seen so many bald paleos and carnivores. But people have commented on James Wilks' attitude, like he is rude. Well, first of all, he's a UFC fighter. He's going to be aggressive, I guess. He's real high energy, too, especially compared with the other guy, Chris Kressler. But they're saying he's rude, and I say, who cares? You know, who cares? I just don't care. Just like yesterday's video. I can't even think of who it was, because I didn't care. Yeah, I cannot remember. Who's the guy I made a video of yesterday? It's all a blur. I have an easier time remembering my videos from 4 years ago. Oh, it just occurred to me why I don't remember. It's because all these anti-vegans are a blur. There's just so many of them. So many of these gurus. Oh, carbs are bad. Fat is good. I'm a guru. I'm just trying to get a piece of that pie. Oh, and it makes me think, why are so many people interested in this? These Joe Rogan videos are just getting huge amount of views. Why do people care? Why do they want to sit through 3 hours of this? Notice I'm not subjecting you to any clips. You really don't need to see it. Although I was just getting to a clip that I want to tell you about. When James Wilks, in an interesting turn, he turns to Joe Rogan and says, how am I doing defending my documentary? Joe says he's doing very good. And then James says, thanks, not bad for a dumb UFC fighter, as he looks over to Chris. So I figure that recently Chris called him dumb, or maybe suggested it. And yeah, I wanted to point that out too. It's too bad the guy who made this movie is not a dietary expert. But then, does it really matter? Oh, well, actually, it's just that he doesn't have credentials. That's not his professional background. But, you know, this is the guy who said he did 1,000 hours of studying. So have I over the course of my life. And I say that that's better to go that route. So that would be another reason why James might be a little irritated and hostile, because he's been maligned all over the place. And I think it's only to get views, and it's vegan blowback. I don't see what the big deal is that someone made a pro-vegan video. Why do people care so much? Anyway, this is a bunch of nonsense. You know, we've got the science on our side, but we can then actually see vegan athletes kicking, meat-eating, expletive all over the track. So this is just a lot of nothing, just like my last video. There's nothing going on here. I could also save you the 3 hours by summing up how the debate went. Chris Kressler, you got schooled, son. You got shown up about how you manipulate the numbers and basically lie to your audience. But don't they all do that? So Chris teaches people that you have a harder time getting enough quality protein as a vegan. And so he pushes his high meat, high protein diet. But then why does he sell protein powder to his followers if his diet is what they need to get enough protein? And James had a great line in the debate where he talked about people who wouldn't be getting enough protein eating a certain way, and they can buy some protein powder off your website. Now, even though James clearly won this debate, it's never been so clear here about who won. I'd like to do my own destruction of him just by telling you a little bit about him. Chris Kressler is an acupuncturist. Now, some people will try to stop me right there. So what? You know how it goes. Well, for one thing, that's as good as a UFC fighter. It's not in the area of diet, nutrition, physiology, and also, it's a red flag. He sticks needles in people to heal them. I'm not saying that that's a bunch of crap. I don't really know. But I know that that's a really obscure thing, an unnatural thing to focus on. But this is just the beginning. He's one of those cholesterol denialists, just one of those people who've jumped on that recent research, questioning the cholesterol connection to heart disease, and just saying that's the truth, and all the other stuff that this same scientific community has been saying for 50 years is false. And that's just a lie, twisting the history. He says that pregnant mothers should drink raw cow's milk. He calls himself a health detective. Yeah, but he's a biased one. I can say one good thing about Joe Rogan's channel, the Clip channel, is that, well, this one video I watched, I noticed that it was sped up. That saves us all time, and it just makes it less boring, and it's just a waste of time. So at least with the Clip videos, they're editing the videos to waste less of our time. That's the only good thing I can say. Any one of these guys who ends up believing that carbohydrates are somehow a problem is a biased person and want to be led in that direction. Okay, that's enough for this guy. Oops, I have more to add here. I was just wrapping up when a video popped up in my notifications. It was about the same exact topic, a response on this debate. It was by that Bobby fool. He started off his video by saying that Wilks attacked the character of Chris. Well, I guess that's all the argument he's got. You know, when your guy loses, you know, what can you do? Nitpick little things. And then I looked at the comments under Bobby's video, and all these Bobby followers were attacking the character and the looks of Wilks. See, they're all jokers. They just don't care about what the truth is. Keeping this video simple too, because I've got better things to get to. And you don't want to miss the big stuff I've got planned. Big stuff. We're going over all this crap, getting into high country, bypass all this crap and start living the good life. So your first step is to subscribe to this channel and make sure you click that bell so you'll be notified when I make these great videos.